Hello, Phoenix Physics students, and welcome to Physics 101. I'm Robert Austin. I'm your facilitator, and we'll be together for the next 5 weeks. I'm creating this short video to help you get started on the right foot. At least I hope so. First thing to look at is the course syllabus. I'm going to skip all the first part of it and jump down to the bottom, which is a generic schedule. Each week, you're going to have 3 graded assignments, an interactive overview, a discussion, and assessment. The interactive overview should be submitted by Thursday, 11:59 p.m. That's Phoenix time. So you have to know what your time zone is and how that refers to Phoenix time. For example, I'm in the Eastern time zone. I'm 2 hours ahead of Phoenix. So 11:59 p.m. Thursday in Phoenix would correspond to 1:59 a.m. very early in the morning on Friday here on the Eastern or here in the Eastern time zone. Okay, so make sure you get that straight. There's a lot of confusion about time zones here since, University of Phoenix is online and people are all over the place. Um, Now that's as you'll see in a few minutes, this is a very simple assignment. You can complete it in a couple minutes, so it shouldn't be a problem for you at all. And it's not worth very many points. It's only worth 4 points. More importantly is the discussion. So there's really 2 parts to the discussion. There's a response to the discussion topic that's due Thursday, um, as was interactive overview, and then you have some replies due by Monday night, the following Monday. I'll say more about that in a minute. And then there's an assessment where you work through a simulation and write a short essay describing what you did and what you observed and relating what you read uh, to your observations, etc. Okay. All right, enough of the syllabus. Um, there's course questions area. Of course, you can submit your questions there if you want either me or your classmates to perhaps answer some questions you might have. Okay, we're in week 1, so this is the first week's module. This is unique to week 1 where you introduce yourself to the class. This is totally optional. I don't grade you on this. I encourage you to do it. It helps me know who you are and maybe what issues you might be dealing with. But, if you don't want to reply to this, you don't have to. But if you do, try to include information like this. In particular, you could leave everything else out of it and just talk about what you want to do with your career. What are you doing now and why are you at the University of Phoenix? What do you expect to get out of this? I think that's maybe the most interesting question, at least from my perspective. I've already posted my uh, biography here. Okay, again, this is optional. You can say as much or as little as you like. Okay, so we're in week 1. This is our first week's module. Let's just start by reading the assignment. So the reading assignment is here in learning activities. So, on day 1, if you can, as soon as you can, start reading. You don't have to read everything carefully, at least not on the first pass. You can kind of skim through it. I want you to at least be familiar with it, what's in the chapter by Thursday of the week. Okay. So read this as well as you can by Thursday, and if you feel you need to read it more carefully, you can always go back and read it with greater care later. All right, so let's say you've at least familiarized yourself with what's in the chapter. Then I would suggest going to the discussion topic. Now you see here, pay close attention. It says due Thursday. All right. So this coming Thursday is going to be Thursday, January 11th. This is due, your response to this topic is due by 11:59 p.m. Thursday, uh, according to Phoenix time. All right, that would be 1:59 a.m. Friday Eastern time, for example. So make sure you know the difference between your time zone and Phoenix time. Anyway, there's several things here about the reading that they want you to respond to. So give me a response with 175 words or more, responding to these bullets here. And then by Monday, you're supposed to post 2 replies to your fellow classmates' responses. I'm one of your classmates, so if you see a post from me that you would like to reply to, feel free. That would count as one of your replies. Okay, it says be constructive and professional. So there's no word count here. I would say a rule of thumb is to post at least 75 words, but I don't count words. I just want to see that you're replying to another student's response and that you say something substantive about it. Don't just say, oh, I agree, or I like your name, or something. Actually comment on what the student said. All right. So, so hopefully by Thursday, as you see here, you would have uh, at least posted your response to the discussion topic. Let's take a look at this week's assessment assignment. So this is the assessment. You're supposed to perform a simulation. There's a link to the simulation. So you would just click on that. And those are the instructions. You have to download it. It downloads to your downloads folder. Okay. So it's a Word document in your downloads folder. Open that up. Follow the directions carefully. Look at what it actually says. Don't just look at pictures. So, for example, it says that you're supposed to, at least this first week's assignment in the simulation, you should be doing everything for oxygen. Okay. So I just want to warn you, this picture down here shows water molecules, but don't do it for water, do it for oxygen. Your whole report will be about oxygen. If you want to go and look at water or argon or something else later, feel free to do that. But the actual assignment is your observations of what happens to oxygen under certain conditions. So I just want to be clear on that. Okay, so that's that. That would be due by next Monday. And look, I've basically condensed the rubric down to these numbered items here. So pay attention to these items and try to write at least 260 words. It's hard to do it in less than that, I would say. Okay, now you can do the interactive overview. As you see, it's due on Thursday. Now, due dates always refer to the last day of the week, which is Monday, the coming Monday. And you see here, it says January 16th, 1:59 a.m. Again, that's the East time zone versus Phoenix time difference. I'm on Eastern time, so this corresponds to the 15th of January at 11:59 p.m. in Phoenix, which would be this next Monday. All right. The interactive overview, like I said, takes just a couple minutes. All you're supposed to do is get started on the week's assignments and record your feelings. So I'm going to say I'm very confident, and I'm very confident, of course, because I'm the facilitator and I've been doing this for a while. Okay, that's it. And make sure you submit it. You could save it and close it and come back to it later if you want, but really, it only takes a couple minutes to do. If you don't submit it, I can't see it. So even if you've written something and saved it, it's invisible to me. You have to submit it if you want a grade. Okay, so I'm submitting it. You can download a confirmation of your submission. You'll also get an email of it. All right, so I'm done. I'm done with that. And last but not least, you see here, I've created a live meeting link. So on Thursday at 7 p.m. Phoenix time, I'm going to host a live meeting. It's optional. I know a lot of you have other things to worry about, family, work, etc. But if you have time Thursday afternoon, evening, depending on your time zone, then please join me. And if you don't know what 7 p.m. Phoenix time is, just click on the link before Thursday at 7 p.m. Phoenix time anyway, and you'll see what it is in your time zone. So it tells me that that's January 11th, which is Thursday at 9 p.m. That's Eastern time, my time zone. All right, that's all for now, and I hope to see some of you on Thursday. You can come armed with questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in class.